Hello, hello.
Hello, am I audible, Mr. Tausif?
Yes, yes, you're audible. You're audible. Okay, so nice to see you. Nice to see you. And acha, YouTube may be streaming over. Okay. So I've already pasted the Zoom link to Sheetal as well.
Yeah, she's joining. She said okay just now, but she wants that I should start first, and she's okay with that. She was in kitchen. She mentioned that
ठीक
also
है.
now, and she just now she saw the messages before 5 minutes. But I like
ठीक
the
है.
enthusiasm. Yeah.
Okay, ठीक है. So let me just quickly, we are already streaming live on YouTube as well. So I'm copying this link and sharing it internally within our group. Hi team, we are live with the book summary. Okay, Sheetal is also sending request, accepting her in. Okay,
Got it.
let's do some learning today. Okay, hey Sheetal, hi.
Hello, sir.
Hi, good evening, Sheetal. Okay, so everybody in the house, okay, so today we are with the book summary session of the book One Thing, and that's my personal recommendation. If anybody wants to get started with the book reading habit, you can pick this as the first book for you for getting started with the journey. And today we have with us Mr. Younus, who has been with the entire program of season 12 with us. And the journey is still continuing on. And we have Sheetal, who has joined with us as part of the previous sessions as well. Okay. So before getting on with the topic, it would be good, guys, if you can just give a quick intro about yourself, like who you are, what's your background, so people will connect more. And uske baad we will be jumping on with the session for today. And important thing, guys, approximately 8:55, 8 मतलब उसके बाद countdown शुरू करने का देखेंगे, ठीक है? But it's more important कि even we know you people closely, like what's happening in your life and some background, so we can feel more connected. ठीक है? तो चलो,
Yeah,
let's
let's
start
start with
with
Sheetal.
अच्छा शीतल क्या? ठीक है, चलो शीतल, take over. Introduce yourself to the group, like what do you do and yeah, other things. Let's go.
First of all, good evening, both of you. And I am Shital. Right now, I'm from Maharashtra. Basically, I
Mhm.
live in Pune. And right now I am doing my master graduation, MBA, Master in Computer Science,
Okay.
and it's just about me that I want to. I just learn how to speak English, how to communicate in English, and uh, uh, from season 10, I have attended this session of with
Great.
Tausif, and actually I have too much fear in front of deliberating any speech in front of the people, but there is some improvement.
Yeah, it's going so nicely. Yeah, the way you're talking right now, also there is pretty cool, calm composure within you. Okay, so there is improvement happening. Pretty good. Yeah, go on, go on.
Yes, and yeah, sir, you have given us that activity. Just read this book. The one thing, actually, that book is really helpful and really nice because there is we should decide. We must decide one thing in our life, because if we achieve a goal, that one thing must be clear regarding our efforts, regarding our aim, because sometimes we
Okay, Sheetal, we'll jump on with the topic. Okay, so we'll touch the book, we'll take the core learnings from that. Okay, so yes, guys, so we have Sheetal with us. So she has been with us since quite some few months, and now she is progressing. She is very consistent, so that's the good part. and she's juggling with a lot of things with life. There is family, there is job, there is studies, there are a lot of things happening, and this makes us also feel so much proud ki, okay, so these are the warriors of our country who can just do everything so great, have that great passion of accomplishing great things in life. Okay, so you're already an inspiration, Sheetal. Good to have you, and keep applying and keep growing. Okay, we'll start with the book, and chalo, let's hear from Mr. Yunus. Yeah, so let us know about yourself, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Tausif and Ms. Shital. This is Yunus Beg. I have done MBA in educational management,
Mm-hmm.
and I have been working in private schools from last 20 years now. I
20
have
years.
worked in Dubai, and
Okay.
I have worked in Mumbai for 3 years, and 11 years in Hyderabad in Medipatnam.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was working for I have almost worked for 4 schools till now, and then I have worked in the capacity of a mathematics teacher, then a team leader, then I was an academic coordinator also. Right
Mm-hmm.
now, I'm working in Srinagar, Jammu and Kashmir, as
Mm-hmm.
a e-coach and academic officer for one of the leading schools. I have a
Mm-hmm.
team of 15 people, the
Nice, nice.
coordinators of the different departments and the subject experts who work with me, and we do different things in our school life transactions, like
Hmm.
designing the curriculum, planning the academic calendar, exams and assessments. But
Mm-hmm.
right now, since the COVID, it was a great learning for everybody. So whatever we learned from last 18 months, I don't think that I, along with my team, have learned from last 20 to 30 years. So that's my brief introduction. I'm working as a teacher, a team leader, and a student from last 20 years. I'm still on my learning curve.
Kya baat, kya baat. So awesome. And you're proper from
And
which
I
place?
forgot one thing. I
Yes.
accidentally found Tausif making rounds on Facebook and skipped you so many times.
Still
So many
coming.
times from last 6 months. I remember I have sent you a Facebook request maybe 8 months ago, but you did
Mm-hmm.
not reply. So I also forgot. But
Ah.
you kept on coming on my wall, and I kept on ignoring you. And then, one fine evening, I don't know, I clicked on one of your videos. One thing I
Ah.
observed in all the videos in first 5 seconds, that, that full energy,
Hmm.
smiling face, that
Hmm.
positive vibes. I thought one day, no, I should click, and I watched your entire one
देखते
hour.
कि वो क्या रहा है.
Then I
Okay.
decided, no, I should, contact you. I started following you, and I don't know how I got that you. No, no. Then I saw that WhatsApp group. As soon as I joined the WhatsApp group, knowing about you, unlayering your personality, slowly became very visible, and
Hmm.
I started paying good attention in your activities. Though it's not working for me, but I feel if it is working for you and others with the massive and consistent actions, it will definitely work for me also. Yeah, over to
Yes,
you, Mr.
yes.
Tausif.
Hmm. ठीक है. So good to know that, and such a like huge background happening with regards to past 20 years into all of these things and into multiple roles, and yeah, pretty good. Okay, and you were here in Medipatnam itself, huh, for 11 years.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's a big time. That's a big time. Okay. And yes, they go one by one. So keep applying all these things. You pick one thing based upon whichever you find comfortable in your life, and it's a strategy. Dekho. Everybody can have their own custom version of it. Okay. So pick a item, keep applying, start changing somewhat lifestyle here and there based upon what other priorities you have, and then over a period of time, yes, a lot of changes will happen as part of this. Okay, and few good things, the way you have captured the PDFs and the session into a diagrammatic flow representation, that is something very extraordinary. So matlab just walk through that and the entire session is relieved there. So that is one very great thing which I have observed in you. Okay. Okay, guys. So the time right now is 8:42. We'll just maybe okay a kind of a high level session of the key takeaways. So yes, it's over to you. Maybe approximately roughly by 9 we will be finishing. So we still have like roughly 20 minutes or so. Okay. So chalo guys, take over. Yeah. So what exactly we are learning? What will happen today?
Yeah, Sheetal, go ahead.
Yunus sir, actually on that day we missing Yunus sir. Yeah,
This is a good excuse, mashallah.
so
Okay,
great
let me go ahead. Okay, yeah, with
Okay,
your
sure.
permission,
Mhm.
since you instructed me, I will go ahead. That what exactly I learned out of this assignment. As soon as Tausif gave us this assignment about book reading, I have been reading from last 10 years. I'm a very ferocious reader, but going through, I'm always reading about educational management, then, curriculum, very boring stuff, which only is inclined with education system only. So I have been a great fan of Sir Ken Robinson
Mhm.
and Simon Sinek lastly, very lately. But Ken Robinson, I have been following him from last 15 years. And
Mm.
last year, due to COVID, he passed away. He's the creative expert on education. So yes, I have been following him from more than a decade. So
Mhm.
that's also boring stuff. Not many people like discussions about his books and his work. So now coming back to your assignment, Mr. Tausif, as soon as you gave that title one thing, and on the onset, it caught my attention that the content will be very good for me. I can use it in my daily meetings with my staff. So
Mhm.
right from the first day, next morning, I started discussing it with my team in the morning huddle. So
Very good.
we meet in
Uh-huh.
the morning for 5 minutes. It's a standing huddle. We have to send our team with some what I can say, something,
Pop.
so that they can stay. Yeah, the
Mm.
shout out. So I
Mm.
said them, that one thing. The first quote, which is by Gary Keller, that if you start catching two rabbits, most probably the end result would be you won't catch any rabbit at all. So
Mhm.
right now we are in the abnormal situation. Every day we have deadlines which don't have normal solutions. Every day. I'm living in Jammu and Kashmir. We always have problems with the internet or the some security issue. So we have to change our instructions and deadlines according to what's going on around the city. So I going through this one thing,
Mhm.
it really gave me an insight that whether it is personal life, whether it is following your season 12 morning routine, which is very difficult, then that dinner before 9, then
Yeah. Yeah.
initiating your body for the shutdown, you know, for whether it is these small things which will have a huge impact, or the goal setting, which you there was a session on goal setting and goal achievement.
Mm.
If you remember that, a goal, only one thing, that
Mm.
if you choose three goals, then while writing those goals also you will say no, this is not my goal. Actually, I also don't know what my goals are. So I started finding that one element. Ken Robinson also writes about, finding your element. It's the
Mhm.
same story by Gary Keller.
Mhm.
Finding your element, he says about one thing. So what I learned, that whether it is personal growth and learning, whether it is following a life transformation routine or your 5-year goals. It gives us three takeaways
Mm-hmm.
that we have to, in this one thing, in this book, Gary Keller very beautifully just guides us that uh, we have to just, goals goal setting should be done to the now, that what right now I have to do, that small thing, the first domino he calls it, the first piece of the puzzle we have to work on, so that it will initiate that domino reaction. If we are good at doing that first small thing and keeping that vision, that dream of 5 years, then this dream of 5 years has to be divided into months. Then the what I can do in 1 month, and then
Mm-hmm.
he just says, don't think about what you can do in 1 month, think about what you can do it in this week.
Mm-hmm.
Then he just drains it down to that one day, what I can do today,
Today.
so that I will take that small consistent, which you always say, how to be consistent in that small action which you can take, and be consistent in that, which will only bring that massive action, and you move ahead with consistency. That was the first takeaway. Goal setting should be done as small as possible, and it should be actually what I can do right now.
Mm.
And the second thing I forgot, the second takeaway I have to check,
Okay, but
I
this is really good. ठीक है, yeah. Meanwhile, you catch up. So, guys, okay, breaking down your goals, 5 years vision into yearly patterns, monthly patterns, weekly patterns, daily patterns, and then you will realize, that hey, today is going to be so interesting because you will do something by which there is a bigger plan happening for you. Okay, okay. So the first takeaway pretty nice and good. Hmm.
and then second takeaway, he said, then when um, you identify what is that one thing,
Mm-hmm.
you have to protect that one thing with time blocking.
Mm-hmm.
You have to dedicate, like we started dedicating 1 hour every day for learning.
Mm-hmm.
And even if we feel like we are not learning anything, we feel like we are just following the crowd, and I don't feel any massive changes in me. But if we are consistent, if we block
Mm-hmm.
this one thing
Mm-hmm.
with the time, which means that I will do it every day, on a
Mm-hmm.
Sunday, holiday, when it
Mm-hmm.
is in you don't have a mood to wake up in the morning, but you still pull yourself, come out of the bed, which is very difficult for me. I told you I
Yes, yes,
sleep
yes.
after Fajr.
Ah,
So it
yeah,
is very
that's
difficult to wake the elephant after that.
what do you do actually entire night you are awake? I was like, yeah, curious about it. So
Yeah,
what
this is
exactly? Yeah,
this is from last 20 years. Me
okay.
and my family, we
Hmm.
have disoriented our biological clock by staying up very late.
Hmm.
So that has impacted my life. I used to, in Hyderabad also, Mumbai also, Dubai also, every
Huh.
place, this life cycle time followed me everywhere. And it's a family thing now.
Okay.
We sleep very late.
Uh-huh.
Then like you said, that body needs that,
Adapted for
battery
that.
has to be recharged, and it
Uh-huh.
drains. So the pattern problem is there, which with your help, inshallah, I'm
Hmm.
able to just streamline it.
So
So the
करते
second
okay,
thing,
but then when you wake up, like you have to then go and get busy with your work and all that. So then when do you have sleep? What's your sleeping time?
yeah, again, then power nap, you have given that concept also, power
Okay.
nap. I
So वो
do
सब
power
लगा रहे.
nap after 4, 4:30,
Okay.
5. I
Uh-huh.
wake up before prayers of Maghrib, the evening
अच्छा
prayers.
अच्छा अच्छा.
So that
Okay.
2 hours also is taking a lot of time during the day, which
Hmm.
distorts the pattern, that I have to pile up my sleep. I'm not able to do that also. But
Mm.
yeah, mentally I'm up for it, that with this morning early rising with the sun, it will definitely fall in place, so
Mhm.
that I will pile it up. And when I have a proper schedule, uh, uh, when schools will open, or
Mhm.
slowly I will try, even if schools are not opening now, I will follow that routine, that I will take the one thing, second takeaway, that I will block things
Mm.
with time,
Mm.
give a proper time to a proper thing, so
Mhm.
that I can follow this also. Whatever research we have done from last 3 days about
Mhm.
one thing, I will also
Mhm.
apply. I will try to apply it in my daily schedule also.
Mm.
And the third thing, third takeaway, Mr. Gary Keller says that, he talks about that Pareto effect,
Mm.
80-20 principle, that if we work on 20% of our basic things, which we feel like are required to reach that one thing, if we work on 20% of those basic things, that will cause an effect that our 80% of uh, results, or effects, something like that. He says that, if I work on 20% of things, it will solve my 80% of problems.
Mm.
I'm yet to decipher what exactly it means. Just I'm trying to find the relevant meaning out of this takeaway. Yeah, those were my three takeaways. With I think I have spoken about the actions also, but yes, it is
Mhm.
still a continuous project. I'm still learning about every day. I give these. I have a team of 200 people. I have a 15
Mhm.
people team. Then down the line, there is 200 plus teachers who
Acha.
directly work under my people. So I consider
Acha.
that also my team. I have a WhatsApp group. I gave them
Okay.
assignment. One
Wow, it's
thing,
a good.
what are your three takeaways? And I gave them 20 days for the read, as
Mm.
it's a 300-page book. Yeah, over to Sheetal, over to you,
Nice,
sir.
nice, nice. So very
These are
nicely
my three
broken down, huh?
takeaways.
So this is really good. Okay, so guys, we have Mr. Yunus like on top of like 200 members. He has structurized it and all these, and these are learnings are pretty great. Okay, these simple things, if we apply with our lives, now massive results will come. And good to see that your level of grasping involvement and that kind of flow. Okay, fatafat, let's apply things on the life, make it practical, so that energy is really good in you. Okay, so 20 years
True.
into the industry, and that is superb. Yeah. Okay. Okay, fine, Sheetal. We have like 6 minutes. We would like to know your summary part of things, Sheetal. Okay. Chalo. So first of all, okay, so it was pretty unplanned for you. Raj, 8:30, we want to come live, but yes, good to see you in the flow. Chalo, let's go on.
Thank you very much, both of you. Actually, through this book, I have not read completely that book, but summarize that book through some summary of taking from Yunus sir and all. And just I starting reading for the book. But I understand that we must uh, decide our goal, whatever our goal, that is one thing, and we must focus on that thing. And
Mm-hmm.
one thing is most important, that our mind is really fluctuating on it doesn't take decision what is important, or what is less important, what is most important. If we
Mm-hmm.
decide thing and we focus on that thing, at that time our mind also think like that, or think along with that. And also we try to push ourselves to do that thing and to achieve those goals. So
Mm-hmm.
also one concept is there, the domino concept.
Mm-hmm.
uh, that domino concept, I just read that concept, and I really uh, I really just
Saw
actually
the
that
benefit of that. Mm. You were able to relate with your life. Do you have some instances like that? Mm-hmm.
yeah, actually day to day, right now my life is also like that domino.
Okay.
But I am actually uh, from your every each and every session, I learn I learn so many things, and that thing I just write on one page. What should I do right now? And what should I focus on my goal?
Mm,
If I want to achieve something, because I deciding my goal after too much gap in my education, and then I just I have my personal life. I have my family. I also take care of. I should take care of them, and also I take care of my career. So I just put on each and everything on a page, and
mm-hmm,
deciding manage all those things, how
mm,
to give a weightage, or how what are the one thing for me.
mm-hmm,
Right, I am learning a cloud platform, that is Salesforce. So right now, one thing is for me is Salesforce, and
mm,
also my small daughter, his her future is also one thing for me. So along with that, I try to push myself. I try to achieve that thing, and so many things I learn all those peoples in our LT group, because Nigar is there, Jaideep is there, Sumit is there. Those people, their Poonam is there. Their whatever they have their experience, I add that experience, and also your experience. Also, I have learned so many things from that, and I adding those things into my day to day life.
mm. And so good to see all this, okay, and hear all this. You guys, देखो क्या होने लगेगा पता है क्या? The way you surround yourself with all these people, their words, their thoughts, slowly and steadily, whether you want it or not, you will also start thinking like that. And that's where, if you really make these even books, authors, CEOs, business owners, if you start exposing yourself to these people also, eventually you will realize that unknowingly you will also start thinking like that. You will also stop giving excuses. You will also start like, okay, let's face on challenges, let's do the things to the best. And they go automatically, you don't have to even put much efforts for that. You just be along with this, okay, keep consuming it, and you will realize your brain will figure out ways by itself. The point is, but the rate of consumption of this matter na, usko bahut zyada, you have to feed it very rapidly, and eventually you don't have to much put efforts also. This is the beauty part of all this. You just be there, keep listening, keep consuming, put some efforts from your side in terms of consistency, daily reading, wo jo time blocking and all those things, books, authors, and try to just keep applying in your life. You will realize in a duration of 6 months there will be a lot of changes in us, okay, because you are in the same zone since 6 months. It will experience a lot of changes, okay. And very good. Yes, it was short, sweet session to the point, but we got so much of value in this one. Okay. So yeah, pretty nicely summarized. Okay. So first of all, from our Mr. Yunus, okay, the top 3 points very nicely covered there. And then Sheetal jumping in and trying to relate with her life experiences. And यहाँ पे एक ये आता है कि when there are so many things to be done, and we feel everything is of a top priority, okay, then how to exactly get that state done? So there is one fact here ki your brain with full attention can focus on only one thing at one time, okay, and the rate of results will automatically be that good when you focused only on one part, okay. So this is what it is about. Okay, if you split up your attention, the focus involvement also reduces, the results aana bhi thoda फिर delay will happen. So maybe you can plan it out. If there are so many things to be done, maybe a one thing you can just plan it कि, okay, this week I will focus on this and get my entire work done. Next week में फिर इस पे करते हो, or maybe day wise भी थोड़ा सा balance out the focus, but know that your mind should work in a zone and in one proper thinking manner. ठीक है, ज्यादा खिचड़ी मत बना दो लाइफ को, keep things simple, the results will happen automatically. ठीक है, and chalo guys, it's 9:01 p.m. Our team is waiting for our session today, and yes, we'll have a few more catch ups. Okay, so we'll keep connecting, we'll keep discussing on more items. ठीक है, चलो, thanks Yunus bhai for your time, and thanks
Thank you so
Sheetal.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Chalo, bye bye, take care.